Patch 12.3 is coming with some major reworks to both Tome of Traits as well as Prismatic Augments. The Tome of Traits rules are completely changed to a more consistent and understandable system. Now you need to count the amount of inactive and active traits that were in the previous combat round, which is every round except for PvE rounds. This is a fantastic change, and now let's take a look at some examples so that you actually understand how this works. In the first one I have 6 inactive traits and 0 active traits. Therefore, if I pop a Tome of Traits next turn, I will get 1 tailored emblem, meaning that I will get an emblem of one of the 6 inactive traits on my board right now. In the second example, I have 5 active traits and 4 inactive traits, which is 9 in total. If I pop a Tome of Traits next turn, I will receive 3 total tailored emblems, meaning that Tome will give me 3 emblems of the 9 inactive and active traits. The second large system change is that Prismatic Augments are getting a fantastic and much needed rework. Now you will need the first trait active in order to be offered +2 of a trait on stage 3-3 and 4-6. If we go back to the last example, if I had this board on stage 4-6 where I get my third augment, I could be offered +2 Arcanist, +2 Protector, +2 Clockwork, or +2 Bodyguards, and all of those would be either close to useless or literally useless. But now with this rework, I can only be offered +2 Imperial, +2 Assassin, +2 Challenger, or +2 Socialite. TLDR, you won't get screwed over by Prismatic Augments as often anymore. Moving on to traits, Socialite 2 is getting buffed up to 4 mana per second. I think this change is fine, especially after a lot of the best users have been gotten nerfed over the last couple of patches. Bodyguard is getting a small buff at 2 and 4. Most comps that primarily run Bodyguard frontline have been struggling lately, so this is a nice change to see. There are literally no champion buffs or nerfs, so we'll move on to items. And the only item that is getting a change is Hurricane. This item now deals a little less damage, which is nice to see, as this item is used by literally every single AD carry in the game, and it is core on most of them as well. It will for sure give a small nerf to primarily Urgot and Yone and Trundle, but those comps have been some of the stronger ones so far, so I'm completely fine with this change. Moving on to Augments, Ancient Archives is now Tier 1 or Silver Augment. This is fine, although I see myself grabbing this Tome of Traits a lot more often as I already felt it was good as a Tier 2 augment. Exiles 1 and 2 get a nerf. This is mostly to hit reroll comps as those comps have used this augment the best. Shrug It Off gets a nerf. This augment was incredibly powerful after being moved to silver, so I'm very happy about this change. Sunfire Board gets buffed back up to where it was 2 patches ago. This is a great change, as this augment sucked on the last patch. It still won't be great though, as most healing doesn't have an impact until 3, 4, 5 seconds into the fight, but we'll take it. Thrill of the Hunt gets a buff at both 1 and 2. This augment already felt strong, so I will definitely be picking this up more often after this buff. Underdogs gets nerfed down to 9% healing. This is another small nerf to reroll comps. High Roller gets a small buff. Now you get 4 extra gold when picking it. This is a good change as you are spending a lot of gold when buying the shops you hit with the loaded dices, so I'm all around just very happy about this change. Knife's Edge 2 and 3 get a nerf. This is fine. It will mostly affect Chemtech and Challenger, which is okay as those have been the strongest comps recently. Mercenary Heart and Socialite Heart no longer give +1 gold. Apparently this was not supposed to be shipped with the last patch, so that's why they're removing it. Windfall is getting buffed at 1-4, a nice change as it will be competitive to other Prismatics at that stage right now. There are also some bug fixes, so pause the video if you want to read through those. Now this is usually where I talk about how all this will affect the meta, but since the patch is so small, there is very little to say. Here is the tier list from my previous video, and the only thing I see changing is that Chemtech Urgot and Challenger Yone won't be as strong in S tier anymore due to the Hurricane nerf and also their augments getting nerfed. I won't dive too much deeper into this since set 6.5 comes out on PvE today, and it might already be out by the time you're watching this video. For those of you who are still interested in the meta on live servers, I'll post a my strategy and tier list for climbing patch 12.3 around Saturday or Sunday this weekend, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what video you want me to make next, and if you want to get better at TFT, join the Discord. We got over 7,000 other players there who are hungry to climb, and if you want to get coached by me, the information is over on the Discord server as well. So take care and see you in the next video.